Okay, so two things. One, this episode finally made me cry. I'll go more into that in a second. But two, there's something I forgot in the last vlog that I can't believe I forgot to mention this, but I'm just going to mention it real fast, just go into a little talking about it. And that was Zuko's story, his side of going through this metamorphosis. And I just want to say real fast, like that was very nicely done, and I think some people do underestimate what it means to so dedicate yourself to something, and then when you finally pull out of it, or you make a choice to pull out of it for something that you've been attached to for so long, can have physical repercussions. And it can make you woozy, it can make you sick. You know, that line, died of a broken heart. I mean, it's not that that really happens that often, but that same kind of idea that you can allow yourself to actually get ill when something is missing. So I thought that was a very clever way to do that. And on top of that, one of my favorite scenes happened when he looks in the mirror and in his dream, and he sees himself as the Avatar. First of all, that's very interesting. You read a lot into that. But my favorite bit is that he wakes up and he touches the scar on his face and he closes his eyes. And I love that moment because at the exact same time, he was both relieved and disappointed again that he had that scar. And to me, that's like that's the transformation. That's like a perfect moment. That's feeling everything. That's feeling this great relief and this great pain both at the same time. And I love moments that can do that. Those are the most effective moments to me. Not just the ones of incredible sadness or incredible joy, but the ones that can get that perfect combination. And I don't know how I forgot to bring that up in the last one, but I'm bringing it up here. So, okay, enough of that. Let's talk about this episode, the Guru. And that's somebody at the door, excuse me. That was my dad. He interrupted this big vlog. Shame on him. But here I am. I'm talking about how important it is to connect and have that perfect connection to life and family and relationship, and then he comes in and fucks it all up. What the hell's wrong with him? God! Doesn't he get anything? It's like right in front of him. So, anywho, okay, so let's talk about the Guru. This is actually, I think this is my favorite episode, actually. And I told you before that it had this teary-eyed moment. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Let me remind you if you don't know what this episode is. This is when Aang travels to the Guru that we saw earlier, the one that came across Appa. Oh, I'm so glad he was back. You know, I said I'd be totally content if that's all they showed of him. But they brought him back and they totally used him to the full advantage, and this whole episode, much like the last one with Zuko, was sort of this metamorphosis. It's sort of the same thing here with Aang. This is very much him going through this spiritual journey, maybe a little quick, but again, half hour, you don't, or hell, 24 minutes, you gotta speed it up, you gotta rush it. For 24 minutes and all the other stuff they had to fit in there, they do a very good job. And again, they deal with these great ideologies and philosophy and psychology and energy instead, all this. I love this stuff. I love the idea of, I mean, you probably talked about, I probably talked about before, just the idea of evolving, and the idea of the human animal is an animal, but we're one of the few animals that have the capacity to be more, and that's done through here, not as much through the rest of us. Well, even then, it's opening this up to open up everything else, so blah, blah, blah. You know, it's too much philosophy there. So Aang goes to this Guru to help himself open up to the world. He's going through a metamorphosis. Zuko is clearly going through a metamorphosis. I mean, he's actually, like, happy. It's actually kind of unnerving. You're not used to seeing it, but it's very refreshing, and you feel good. You like seeing him smile. You like seeing him content. I love that one final image where he's just sweeping, and he's happy, and it's like, that's all he needs, just doing his simple job, and that's a good feeling. Toph goes through this great metamorphosis as well. She figures out how to bend metal, and which I was sort of saying too, I was like, well, wait, they can't bend metal, isn't that just you know, really processed Earth. I still don't get how she couldn't quite do sand either, or the sand benders or whatever. Maybe they'll go into that. But so she goes through a metamorphosis, and again, the great Azula's plan, a wonderful plan, which is, you know, infiltrate, then get captured to make it seem like somebody else has the advantage when really she's calculating it all and everybody's giving her the information she needs, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. Oh, great evil character. So, all wonderful stuff. Osaka sees his father again. So much happens in this episode, and it's all done so well, and it's so great. He's gonna go fight with the men until the end. Aang has his Empire Strikes Back moment and realizes that he can't continue his training because his friends are in danger. Yeah, pretty similar, but it works, I guess. I guess that's one of the things we sort of had to... I don't know. I get it. Aang is told, you know, like the love of his life can possibly be killed, and if he leaves now, he can never have the, what was it? He can never have the Avatar state, or it might be lost forever. And he goes, anyway, maybe that's the test. I don't know, they go after the loved one anyway. I doubt it. It'd be cheesy if they did that, but maybe they could work it around some sort of philosophy, I don't know. But, so he's going back to go and try and save her, and has Sokka with him. So, okay, so what's the big moment that finally got me? I didn't cry at the storm. I didn't cry at the uncle out by the tree with his dead son. I didn't cry at any of this stuff. You're not gonna believe the moment that got a tear out of me. It's so, you're gonna laugh, but it did, and I kind of know why. But even now, I'm trying to process it. It's the moment where after, was he letting go? I think he was letting go of his guilt or his shame. One of those, they're very much tied together. And throughout this whole time, he has to eat this onion and banana porridge, this onion and banana soup or whatever it is. And once he is fine, and he's complaining, do I really have to keep having this? Yes, haha, that's funny, you don't like it, haha, anyway, keep going. And the guru has a good sense of humor about it, and as he gets closer and closer to opening up these chakras, he does this one where it's like I say, it's releasing a large part of his pain, and he releases it, he gets teary-eyed, and he says, can I have some more onion and banana soup? Fucking did me in! I don't know why! Something about that line did me in! There's just something about the way the actor said it! That kid was so opened up. It's like he saw life now and he let go of all his pain, and now he wants that thing that he hated a second ago, and I don't know what it is. I'm actually gonna look up the line just so I can quote it exactly, because I don't think that's the exact line. But the intention and the idea, here's the line, right there. I'll put it in later. And it's just, I don't know why that line got me. Like I said earlier, I really like these moments where that perfect pain and that perfect joy really come together, and I really felt that sort of captured that. It was sort of this release, and it was so comforting, strangely comforting, and that's such a strangely comforting line. And I know it's the most bizarre moment to get teary-eyed at, but that's what did me in. So, yeah, there you go. Avatar made me cry like a pussy. Even at the moment when Rob was saying, like, yeah, I dare you to watch the Tales of Ba Sing Se and not cry like a pussy, you know, and I got through it. It was very touching, but I got through it. This is the one that got me, so. And I'm sorry, it's such a funny line to get trapped by, but it worked. It really worked. And again, a lot of that does come from the actor, the boy's delivery of it, which was so good and so heartfelt. I'm wondering what was written in the script or what the director told him to get that delivery, because that was just like the pitch perfect delivery. And, you know, they're all good actors anyway, but I mean, that was just pitch perfect. So, and a wonderful ending. Again, we sort of have Zuko seems to be finally content and finally happy. Again, I love this stuff. Just when it's all about to crumble down and it's all about to hit the fan and Azula's gonna destroy it all. That 6'6" side of me, he's probably gonna get flung right back into his shit. So, yeah, and I love the ending just with her doing that little smile with Zuko smiling and then her just being led away with that little smirk on her face. Just everyone's coming, it's gonna lead right into her plan, and it's just, oh, it's very Empire Strikes Back. So, again, wonderful episode, probably my favorite, actually. I love the metamorphosis stuff, I love the enlightenment stuff, I love the evolving stuff, I love, it shows the process of it. I love the stuff with the story and how much is going on, I love the relationships in this, I love the emotions in it, love it all. So, again, that's, I'm gonna make some onion and banana stew, because that's what I'm in the mood for now. So, see you in the next one.